in Portuguese. I've been married to a Mozambican for 17 years.
Oh! Moya!
I'm basically, I really feel a deep connection to Mozambique. So if, inshallah, God willing, I come back next year, I will come with a Portuguese poem, even if it's a haiku, you know, the ones that are like 3 lines long. This is a promise I make to you. As my dear brother said, I am of Jamaican origin. I was born and raised in the UK, but my family are from Jamaica. And I was raised with a very deep love for Africa. So even though we are thousands of miles away in a beautiful island in an ocean, I was never raised not knowing that I was African. And I feel so warmed when I come here and I say, I'm from Jamaica, and they say, Jamaica, we love Bob Marley, and you know, I hear his music in cafes, and you know, because many of that generation, they never made it back to Africa, you know, they sung this, I can play you playlists of reggae music where they sung about Africa and they yearned for Africa, but they never made it home. So to be here for me is a really big deal, and to be here reading poetry is an even bigger deal. So I just want to take a moment just to thank our brother here, to thank all of you, to thank all the artists. Just can we give everyone a round of applause, including yourself. So I'm sure many of you may know, I guess, the history of Jamaican people. We are those who were stolen from Africa. And we have a very interesting relationship with the ocean, with water. I watched a video of some friends of mine who went to somewhere called Gore Island, which is a place where they kept enslaved Africans before that dark journey. And so I watched a video of them in this place. And when they left this place, Gore Island, it's in Senegal, they couldn't speak. So all they did was sing. One of them started humming, another one started singing, another one started singing. And before you knew it, they were just in this kind of sound of pain, a sound of healing, a sound of sorrow, but also a triumphant sound. And so I wrote this poem inspired by that journey. And it's called Oceans and Ancestors. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm trying to do this one off by heart, so inshallah. I've got it here as a little safety net, but inshallah. Bismillah. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. No funeral prayers were said. No holy man prayed for the dead. No flowers were cast upon coffins. No families mourned at the graveside, holding each other tight. No condolences, no words, just water. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. Bismillah. Let me do that again because I want to honor the poem properly. So forgive me, my nerves got a click over me. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. No funeral prayers were said. No holy man prayed for the dead. No flowers were cast upon coffins. No family stood at the graveside holding each other tight. No condolences, no words, just water. Has anyone said a prayer for the unnamed yet? Prayed over their mass grave yet? Released their spirits from the ocean bed so they can fly towards the sky? The galaxies dance mockingly to those locked to the bottom of the sea. Or maybe they are at home there, after centuries of existing in liquid, their flesh living forever on the sea floor, their breath in the crashing waves that rush upon the seashore so urgently, like messengers from beyond the grave with a secret to share with the living ancestors of mine. What would you like to say? Because I'm listening with my everything. I wonder how it feels to die that way. No ashes to ashes, no dust to dust. The Atlantic is a cemetery for ancient African blood that seeped into the sea, dancing elegantly as it left the bodies of warriors who refused to be slaves and surrendered to those with the devil in their eyes, wielding whips that lashed their black gold skin, punished for no actual sin. My ancestors lie in graves made of water. I wonder if they tried to swim when their bodies cracked against the ocean's limbs, or if they surrendered to the majesty of the water. Maybe they saw their home in the distance, their mothers, their tribes, their mothers' lagoon-like eyes, silently saying everything will be fine. Maybe they reached out to touch all of the above, the type of mirages that appear when you were drowning. Maybe they saw their great-grandparents in the distance, walking on water with outstretched arms, welcoming them to an Africa in the spirit realm, with drums that play themselves and children that dance but their feet don't touch the ground, under a baobab tree that glistens with light from heaven. I wonder if they knew they would die when they jumped, or if they thought the sea was a portal to the sky. Maybe they could see things our eyes couldn't. Maybe they could hear a melody that other wounded comrades couldn't. Maybe they were not jumping. Maybe they were flying because they saw the face of God in the water. Maybe they were not jumping. Maybe they were flying because they saw the face of God in the water. Thank you.